Hey mamas, and welcome to the Entering Motherhood podcast. I'm your host, Sarah Marie Bilger, a wife, mom of two, VBAC mama, and doula. Join us every episode to learn from professionals, special guests, and moms just like you, ensuring that you know what you need to know and discover things that you didn't know before. I believe in you. Let's doula this, and let's navigate the transition of entering motherhood together. Hey mama, this is another episode of the Entering Motherhood podcast. This specifically is a doula talk episode, which if you don't know, we go live on Instagram every Tuesday around 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And by we, I mean me and Katelyn, who is the co-creator of our signature Own Your Birth childbirth education course. Please go look at that if you are looking for a childbirth education course. It's our signature Own Your Birth self-led online comprehensive course, and it is just packed with all the information that you will need to be able to feel informed and empowered as you navigate this stage of pregnancy and leading into birth and even the postpartum period. So we are so excited about that course, and we have been chatting and having these doula talks to provide you with more information to really own your birth and have information that maybe you didn't know or refresh your memory on things like that. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you ever have any topics that you feel like you would want to add or hear, if you have any questions, then please reach out to us and let us know so that we can include it in these episodes and in these conversations that we are having for you to really feel informed and empowered. So let's get this episode started. Hello. How is it going? We are here live for our Doula Talk Tuesday. Hopefully, this will be an enjoyable conversation. And I am out in my kitchen today, so there might be a few extra noises going on. Hi!
Hi, can you hear me? I feel like
Yes.
like choppy. I don't know.
No, I can hear you good.
Okay, good. Yeah, so excited to be here and talk about why we got started and what got us here and what we do.
Yeah. I think it's like, we can talk about all these different topics and different conversations and things like that, but it's also helpful, for people to understand like what a doula is, what we do, why we got started, and how we kind of like had our journey start. So hopefully, like I was saying, people enjoy this conversation. And as always, if you have any questions or if anything comes up, or if you just want to talk to us about, being a doula, maybe you're interested in being a doula, you've thought about it, anything like that, really just have this be an opportunity to reach out to us because, again, we love talking about all things, pregnancy, birth, and postpartum, motherhood in general. But we also love talking about what we do because we love what we do.
Yes, for sure. Like, it really does light our souls on fire. So, Sarah, do you want to start?
Sure. Yeah. So I guess I'll just kind of like go over briefly a little bit. I, was working as a mechanical engineer, which some of you may or may not know, but that was my job, my profession, what I was doing before I became a mom. And the birth of my daughter really just kind of like threw me in this realm of birth. And I kind of got the birth bug, if you will, if you've heard of that term. Essentially, I really just dove into, what this all is. I really wasn't even considering taking a birth class when I was pregnant with our daughter because I was like, why do I need that? Like, I'll just take something at the hospital, like I'm sure that they know what they're talking about. And it was one of my friends suggested taking like a local birth class here. And I'm super glad that I did because there's just so much information out there and knowledge that you don't necessarily hear when you go to the hospital birth class, or if you just kind of like Google things or you talk to a friend or anything like that. So I took a birth class, and then, we had Rosie, and I just found myself constantly wanting to find out more information and learn more and get to know more. So yeah, I just kind of, wanted to research more and get to know more. And we did have a doula for our first birth. And I kind of like learned what a doula does, what a doula is, and things like that. And then I went on to, you know, have Isaac and got certified as a doula and just, took some more educational courses, got some more certifications, and really just dove further and further into it. And so now Rosie is 5.5 and Isaac is 3. And so I've really just been loving this work. And I officially left my engineering job now almost a year ago. So it's been a crazy, crazy ride. But, I absolutely love what I do. And I wouldn't have left working as an engineer and pivoting and making this switch if I wasn't so passionate about it.
For sure, for sure, and I think I love your story. I got started in birth work after my son was born. Sarah and I were kind of, like, on the same track. I was working as a nurse full-time, and then after my son was born, I was like, this just isn't 100% what I wanna do. I still liked my job, I still enjoy nursing, I still nurse, but it's just not my passion. What I thought that I had wanted was no longer what I actually wanted, and so I started doing some research because I knew that if we had more babies, I didn't want it to be the same way that I had my son, and so I was doing some research, just kinda, like, dabbling around in it, and the more I researched, the more I was like, "Man, why didn't I know this sooner?" Like, why are people not just screaming this from the rooftops? Like, I was relying on my OB class that I took in nursing school to get me through, and, I mean, it got me through, but not the way I wanted.
Yeah.
And then so, as I started learning more, it just really lit this fire for education, like birth education and supporting moms through their journey of becoming a mom and pregnancy and all of that. And then after my daughter was born, it was kinda like one of those things, like, it was a fire was definitely being lit, but it was to the point where I could, like, still suppress it. I was like, "No, like, I don't know that I wanna be on call all the time. I don't know, like, that's a lot." I have babies, and by this point, I was pregnant with my daughter when I really started thinking about it, and I actually remember talking to you, Sarah, being like, "What's this like?" "I don't know."
Mhm.
And then after Naomi was born, it was probably just a couple weeks later, I was texting you again and I was like, "Okay, this is something that I have to do." Like, it's not an option anymore. Like, I have got to share this with other moms. Like, the fact that so many moms just rely on the hospital and just rely on, their friends' traumatic birth stories to get them through this beautiful time, because it is truly such a beautiful time, but it's not really seen that way in the vast majority of society anymore.
Yeah.
And it breaks my heart because it can be such a beautiful, nurturing time if you're willing to make it that. And so that's my goal, is to scream it from the rooftops and to help moms make this transition from, you know, finding out they're pregnant to, their pregnancy and then into their birth, one of the most beautiful times of their life.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it is just like one of those things. And like, when you talk about doulas and just birth work in general, like it goes back, like it goes way back. But like what we know of it today, and even just like what people are doing with doula work in general, has just changed and pivoted so much. And you can really, make it your own unique thing. There's obviously like certifications out there. There's different things that you can specialize in. You can really kind of like pinpoint and make it however you want. Like, you and I both love VBAC because that's like a part of our journey and we like helping VBAC moms. But there's people that are specifically home birth, there's people that are specifically hospital, there's people that are, very much like this is who I serve and this is who I want to help. And it's really cool that, we get to see that range and variety of doulas and birth workers and things like that, because then also that helps the women that are looking for these kinds of services to really find somebody that fits them. And I think
Yeah.
the more and more it kind of evolves and the more people that get excited about this and want to do this work, the more opportunities and options we're going to have in our local areas. Because right now, in like Greenville specifically, I feel like there are so many doulas and so many midwives, and we have so many birth centers and home birth opportunities, but that's not the same when I talk to people from all over. And so like it's really cool to see like that evolving and people saying like I want to do this in my area, even if it's like, as minimum as like I want to have like a mother's circle, or I want to get people together and just talk about pregnancy and talk about birth. Like maybe you're not ready to be in person and be supporting people, but you want to, have that support group just on like a monthly basis or whatever it might be. There's so many different things that you can do, and there's so many opportunities that we can really be evolving and like allowing this to be available in different areas, and that's what's really cool. And I think like that's awesome to see, like people watching our journeys and saying like I want to do something like this too, like I was so moved by my own birth, or you're right, like it can be such a impactful, meaningful time. And maybe you're still rolling on that birth high from your own birth and you want to like share that knowledge and information and excitement with other people in your area, and you just don't know how to do it. So yeah, again, like I encourage you to reach out to Katelyn and I, because we have been doing this. We've had in-person opportunities and we do different things in our own like areas, and we have our online birth course that's available to anybody that's looking for that. So we really just want to extend our arms and hands, and if this is something that's like calling to you or on your heart, then go after it and do it, because we are perfect examples of what that can look like and how you can really make it be an opportunity for you.
Yeah, for sure. And, like, just kind of piggybacking off what you were saying, if it's something that is truly, like, set in your heart, don't ignore it. It's the same, like, you would tell them when she's pregnant. It's like, if something just keeps coming up, listen to it.
Yeah.
Whether it be about, how you wanna give birth or where you wanna give birth or
Mhm.
whatever. If it's something that just keeps coming up, listen to it. Same
Yeah.
with this line of work. Like, if it's something that just keeps coming up, listen. You
Yeah.
won't regret it.
Yeah.
It's such a beautiful honor to be able to witness new life come into the world and to know that you have a
Yeah.
small piece of supporting that mama and helping her bring her baby earthside. It's just a
Yeah.
beautiful journey, and I don't think I've not cried at one birth yet. Like, I always at least shed a small tear just
I
because
always
it's
get
such a humbling
so giddy
experience. Yeah.
afterwards. Like I'm like waiting for that excitement to die down, and it's so new, it's so different. Like every single birth experience is just it's got something else going on that like you've never seen before. Like you can be as knowledgeable as you can and like have all these like other experiences and stuff, but there's always uniqueness in every single birth. And I think like that's what I get so giddy about, seeing like partners interact and birth teams really come together, and just like the strength that the mom has and shows, like no matter what the outcome, no matter how they birth their baby, there's still just this like really cool experience that like we get to witness and be a part of. And I am always like so grateful, so thankful to be in that room, to be in that space. And even in postpartum, I'm like, oh my goodness, like, thank you so much for letting me come into your house. And like, they're like, thank you for letting me sleep. But like, I'm like, like it's just, I get so close and bonded with these couples, with these babies. And it's really awesome that like I get to call this work,
Yeah.
because because, in the beginning, I even was like, oh, like mommy doesn't work anymore. Like mommy doesn't have a job. And I was like, oh, wait, no, this is work. This is a job. This is my career. And it's like really cool to see that coming together and to have this opportunity and to be doing it because I really do. I love going to births. I love being, in that postpartum space and helping, even if it's just like a few hours a week. Yeah. I love it.
It's like that saying that you would always hear, like, in high school and college and stuff. It's like, "If you find something that you truly love doing, you'll never have to work." And everybody kinda rolls their eyes like, "Yeah, but it still sucks having to go to work." This is it.
Yeah.
Like, for me at least,
Yeah.
like, this is the thing that it really feels like not even going to work. Like, there's been times I've been with moms 20, 30 hours straight, and it's just like, "This is beautiful," and I still love it. If I
Yeah.
was at the hospital
Yeah.
for 20, 30 hours, I'd be done, you know? But being with them, supporting her is
Yeah.
just it's a whole new level. It's
Yeah.
wonderful.
And I mean, yeah, like we don't want to like, glorify it and say that it's like the best thing ever. Like
Yeah,
it's definitely a road, it's definitely a journey. I mean,
it's
if
hard.
you are, starting a business, it's a lot and it's rough, but
Mhm.
like I said, like reach out to us. Like there are support groups, there are opportunities and like if you are on this journey, if you are, somebody that has decided I want to be a doula and you're working through it and you're still like trying to find clients and like really pulling things together. You're, trying to figure out what your niche is. You're trying to, do your brand colors or even just figure out like what you want to name your doula business or whatever it is. Like it's a lot at first and then like it truly it just like comes together and like you said like if it's like what is your calling and like what you feel like really compelled to do like you'll find a way.
It might be
So,
messy, but messy's okay.
yeah. Yeah, and, like, I mean, we are still, like, very early in all of this, both of us,
Mhm.
and so, like, we're right there along with you, but, like, we're letting you know, like, it's possible, and it's something that, like, you don't have to, like, quit your job tomorrow and just, like, declare that you're a doula.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it was a really long transition for me,
Mhm. But
but
it's been a good
we
one.
yes, yeah. But, yeah, so, let us know, this is really just, like, us kind of chatting and talking like as always we really try to let these doula talks just be I don't want to say like surface level but just kind of like a brief overview of different topics that like we want to share our knowledge and let you know that we're open and ready to have these conversations so you can always reach out to us you can direct message us you can email us however you want to reach out and contact us
Mhm.
we love talking about these things.
Yes, for sure. And, any future topics or whatever, if you're interested in our birth course, let us know. We will be glad to send you over information. And I feel like this is fitting for this topic, but if you're a doula looking for a birth course to offer your clients,
Mhm.
also let us know about that too, because we do affiliates. So if that's something you might be interested in, shoot us a message.
Yeah.
We will send you over the information.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely, and, like, you don't even have to necessarily, like, be in the business of doula work yet, like, maybe you
Mhm.
just want to help other people know and understand, information and have a birth education course, and so reach out to us too if, like, doula work is something that you want to get into and you want to just kind of, like, get a little foot in the door of, like, how I can educate moms and help them, you can also be an affiliate that way and just start earning money by helping us, you know, sell our course and get that information out there and be along the ride with us in that way.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
All right. Well, let us know what you wanna hear next, and we will see y'all next week.
see ya.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Thank you, mamas, so much for listening. Remember, you are a rock star. I believe in you. Let's doula this. Let's crank it up a notch and let's kick it into high gear together. Hit that subscribe button, share this episode with a friend, message me, email me, call me, beat me. You know how to reach me. We're doing this, mamas. I am so excited to catch you here next week. This is your one-stop go-to place for helping you find the resources you need to make the best choices for you and your family during pregnancy, birth, and most importantly, postpartum. See you later, mamas.